Welcome to our cooking show. This is Maria with Stockworth Realty. We're here with a very special guest, Miguel Mouriz with New American Lending, all the way from Spain, all the way from Argentina, and we are here to cook Argentinian empanadas and talk about the market.
We are ready for you guys. It's gonna be an awesome cooking show. I can't wait for the results, Maria. We cannot show you how it's gonna look, everything yet, but I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's talk a little bit about the ingredients. So if we're going to do Argentinian empanadas, we are going to need the meat. So we use ground beef, but you could do it with turkey meat or whatever meat you like.
Nice.
Now this is a little secret piece. So I don't bake the whole thing myself. This is actually ones that you buy in an Argentinian store. So they come pre-made. We just have to cook them. Sorry about all that noise. And this is how you call the bread?
Yeah.
Then we have olive oil. We're going to use olive oil with the onions, garlic, and sweet peppers. And then we're going to do some fillings with the eggs, boiling eggs, and the olives. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil.
So medium high, right?
Yeah, medium high is fine.
Always olive oil.
So what do you think about that oil?
So it's almost there.
Do you know the secret, right? It needs to start making noises when you
yeah.
put a little bit of
Let me see if that sounds. Yeah.
sounding.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it.
Any kind of salt or pepper that you put together in this part of the game? Nice.
So I usually use a wooden spoon,
Yeah.
and we do salt and we do pepper.
Love it. So you know the quantity.
Yeah, you're generous.
Nice.
And then we're going to put it again once the meat is in. And we're going to be cooking this till it gets fully golden.
Okay.
So it's going to take a couple minutes.
Golden brown is what we are looking for here, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's talk a little bit about the market today. What's happening?
Wow.
What's happening? Everybody's talking. There's a lot of noise in social media. Everybody has a theory of what the future is going to bring. We don't have that magic ball to know the future.
But you know, sometimes news and media, they confuse home buyers and sellers. Is the best moment to buy? Is the best moment to sell? I'm 100% agree that this is the best moment in the industry. Number one, because Maria, of the rapid appreciation. If you are a seller or if you are a buyer, you can create wealth buying or selling houses right now. So I'm sure that you have multiple clients from the past that now they are calling you Maria. I think it's a great moment to sell my property and have a lot of equity on invest that money for my future.
Especially here in Florida, we have noticed Airbnb becoming the great next business. And people who invest on properties for vacationing are getting a great return with Airbnb. So that's something that we have been seeing a lot.
Something incredible is also the amount of international buyers that are coming to all around Florida, because you do business in, from Miami to Jacksonville and Titusville, wherever you want it. But what I mean here is that insane amount of international buyers that are taking advantage of vacation homes, investment properties. So you can maybe elaborate a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we saw it through COVID. People, especially from the New York and the northern areas and California, decided that Florida wanted to be the place where they wanted to live. And what happens is that we are not taxed for income in here. And now with people being able to work remotely from different locations, they choose Florida like the next place.
And what about new construction, Maria? Because I know that you are a master working with builders, and sometimes, you put people under contract, let's say $500,000 home, right? And 6 months later, when they are ready to close, that property is pricing almost $150,000 over the original purchase price. So what better moment than now to start investing in real estate?
Absolutely. We're seeing with the builders that they got a little bit behind on their construction, something that used to be 8 to 9 months. It could be now 12 to up to 18 months. Right. Here we had a little bit of a shortage of lumber, especially, and the windows was a big thing.
Yes, we need to create a windows company, Maria. I think that we are in the wrong profession. Oh my God.
Well, I want to be a roofer in my next life, and because if you want to a brand new roof, it will take you up to 6 months if you pay today to actually get your new roof installed if you are a tile roof.
Oh
so
my gosh.
I definitely would love to be a roofer on my next life here in Florida.
Something I would like to add, because we have so many consumers that maybe they are not familiar with loan products, right?
Yes.
and they think that, hey, in order to purchase a home, I need to put 20% down, and that's not right. There are multiple tools, Maria, for someone that maybe has a 5% down, even 100% financing for many people to become home buyers. So I don't want to discourage anyone that has not the knowledge about how to apply for a mortgage, because there are a lot of tools, a lot of solutions for everybody to become a homeowner.
I have the question all the time about my international buyers. As you know, we are cooking Argentinian empanadas today. All my Argentinians out there, they love to be owners here in Orlando. What do they need? What do they need to do?
Well, just to complete the down payment, right? So basically, this kind of international loans, they only ask for 30% down most of the times, right? So if they have already the savings to put together that large down payment, pretty much with the passport, some kind of reference that we will ask to the borrower, they are able to purchase an investment property here in Florida and take advantage of, renting that property out. Rents are to the sky.
Yes.
So I think that they can even get an immediate profit in a monthly basis if they purchase a nice vacation home with you, new construction especially, right? Because they can see the extra profit on it.
I get asked this question all the time, Miguel. And the question is, if you were me, right, and I have this money, how would you invest it? What kind of portfolio would be your dream portfolio to retire? So we want to retire, we have some money, what do we do?
Okay, so definitely, as every other thing in this life is about diversify your portfolio, right? So I will try to purchase maybe a couple of condos or single-family resident townhomes that usually they are great, low maintenance, great return of investment. But real estate is something solid because I like investing in stocks, but it's something that you don't see, it's not tangible, right? And sometimes you feel the fear that what is going to happen with my money? With the real estate, your home is there. Regardless of the ups and downs of the market, your home is there, and the rent is going to be there forever as well. Regardless if you have $1 million equity or $300,000 equity, the rent is there for you to keep going and paying off your mortgage with anticipation, getting more leverage your investment so you can continue investing in other Airbnbs, condos, single family, and not only in Florida because your company is huge. So I think that's the way to go.
Awesome, Miguel.
So this is looking good, right?
This is looking great. We are going to go to the next step, that is get the fillers with the eggs and the olives. So we are going to chop them.
Okay, good deal.
So I put you to cook today. This is fun. And then we're going to go ahead and chop the eggs as well.
So those olives, they are filled, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
they're like a filler.
Nice.
They are salty, so they're going to give a little bit extra flavor. Do you like olives?
Oh my goodness.
Some
I have an olive tree in my home. So
the one that you have in your front patio?
yeah, in the back in the courtyard.
Did it give you olives already?
Not yet because it's tough here in Florida because of the weather to get fruits on the olive. But you never know.
It may happen soon.
Yeah, the place where I bought it, they told me that if the winter is really heavy, you can be lucky and get that fruit, but not yet.
Meaning that it has to be a cold winter
Correct.
or a wild winter?
Cold winter,
You need a cold winter to get olives.
And you know how it's Florida. It's only cold like 3 days a year.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable, let's say it that way. Talking about living here, you came from Spain, you married a Puerto Rican.
That's right.
You lived in Puerto Rico, right?
I lived in Puerto Rico for 10 years, actually.
10 years. And then why Dr. Phillips? He lives like 2.5 minutes from my house.
We are neighbors. Well, I'm a location guy, and I don't know what Dr. Phillips has, but it's like everything is there, right?
Yeah.
Supermarkets, restaurants, schools. So since we were living in Puerto Rico, also we were owning a home in a pretty similar neighborhood compared with Dr. Phillips. So the way that we adapt was awesome because I think that the similarity of both neighborhoods, right? But going back to Dr. Phillips, he's one of the best places here in Orlando. I know that people they like Winter Park, Lake Nona, Windermere, but Dr. Phillips is Dr. Phillips. Yeah. I really like it. What about you?
Yeah, well, I came from Argentina in 1999. I was first placed in Daytona Beach, then I moved to California.
Woo.
And when we had a chance to really start building our family with Bruno, we decided definitely to be here in Dr. Phillips as well.
For raising family, that's the best place to go.
So
right?
we have been living here since 2008.
Wow.
So we moved a little bit. We didn't a 2-mile radius, kind of.
But you are almost Floridians. You are almost Floridians.
I actually lived more here than I lived in Argentina.
Wow.
Well, we are ready with these chopped eggs and olives, so we're going to put it into your mix.
So now it's time to party here, right?
Yeah, now it's going to be the fun part. So we have finished just the filling, and now it's time to start making these empanadas. That's the secret. That's what everybody wants to learn how to make them.
And this is awesome because I think that we share a lot in Spain and Argentina, the way that we celebrate weekends.
Yes.
This kind of food, put together the family, friends, and nothing better than an empanada.
Yeah.
Right?
So birthdays, Christmas, New Year's, anything and everything has to be celebrated with these empanadas. So we would always cook them.
This is an addiction. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on
Yeah.
with what we call, I don't know how to say it in Spanish, in English. It's repulgue. It's how we actually close the dough with the filling.
That's a technique. That's
It's a technique, but I don't know how to say it in English.
That's okay. They will.
Do you know the word?
No way.
Okay, let's do it. Now we're going to let it cool off.
Okay,
We
good.
cannot do the filling if this is super warm.
Because
so
it's gonna kill the dough, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then a little secret, we use parchment paper. So you use these so it doesn't stick to your base. So it's easy to remove them once they're cooked.
Very good.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to give you one. Obviously we have clean hands, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to get like a good spoon filling. So to use the same,
Nice.
you can do that. And then we are going to join all the edges. And that's what we call in Spanish repulgue.
Okay.
So first you press
Nice.
all the edges.
Good.
You make sure that it's filled and chunky and nice, like this.
Very good.
And now the secret starts. So you're going to pull with these 2 fingers. So we're going to go turning, 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 turning.
Wow.
And then if you're really good at this, you could do it in a couple seconds.
I'm not good at all.
Okay, but I'm going to move a little bit and I'm going to show you a secret. So if you are a little child and you want to do this,
Mine is terrible, Maria.
look.
Mine is terrible.
So there's a secret if you're a starter. So we'll get a new one and I'll show it to you. So we get the whole thing with the water, we do the filling. And this is how we teach the little kids in Argentina. We do this the same, but then when we get terrible, we go and we press with a fork because they do need to be sealed. So we need to seal all the edges for this to work.
Otherwise, it's gonna fall apart, right?
Once we go into the oven, this needs to be sealed. So both of them look pretty.
Oh my goodness.
One, it takes a little bit more
But
work.
this is more like masterpiece, right?
And then if you do different flavors, then we could do different finishings.
So you can identify which one it is.
We're going to go ahead and paint over them so they're going to look golden. It's going to give them that golden look.
Both sides, right?
On the top, yeah.
Just-
Yeah. And I created these ones a little earlier on,
Nice.
just to save you some time and to have some to take home.
This is better than Food Network, Maria. Oh my gosh.
We may be up to something
Yeah.
here, Miguel.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows? Who knows? So if we do a recap, we would say invest a little bit on everything you could get your hands on. Great idea would always be to do the 20% down if you're an investor.
Yep.
So you don't have the famous PMI. Could you explain what a PMI is?
Okay, a PMI is just an insurance that protects the lender if the consumer is not putting 20% down. So there are so many ways to purchase a home, just as I said before, with 3 or 5% down. In this case, you need to pay PMI, which is a special insurance. Now, another tip, Maria, many sellers, maybe they are thinking about selling their home right now and buying a better one. And with the insane equity that they are gonna acquire, they can put that 20% down in the new purchase and just avoid the PMI. So the payment, the monthly payment, the mortgage payment is gonna be more convenience for them.
Let's talk about the doctor's loans. Nobody knows about doctor loans.
Yeah, there is a great program that we have at New American Funding. It's a doctor program, especially for new doctors, right? Usually, as you know, they have a lot of student loan debt and it's difficult for them to qualify for for the program or for the mortgage, because when it's time for us to calculate the minimum monthly payment on the student loan, sometimes that disqualifies them for the mortgage. That doctor program doesn't count at all those student loans, which is awesome. Because think about it, sometimes they have more than $500,000 debt in student loans, right? So it's a great way to acquire the property, number one. Number two, the down payment could be up to 100%. So it's gonna be zero down payment in this case.
So it would be almost like a veteran's loan.
Like a VA loan, exactly, not counting the student loans, giving them great rates, and not counting that debt that is killing them at the beginning, right? Because thanks God, we know that they start to making some nice money, but it takes a while for them to pay off those student loans.
And my final question of the day.
Let's do it.
Jumbo.
Oh, luxury financing.
Because everybody thinks, okay, if I'm going to buy $1 million home, I have to have the cash. Nobody's going to lend me that kind of money. Tell us the truth.
Well, there are great rates. Actually, before talking about the product, we were discussing about mortgage rates. You know what? Jumbo rates are even lower than the current FHA, VA conventional deal. So it's a great moment to invest through the jumbo financing, number one. Number two, since 10% down, you can acquire a 2, 3, 4 million property with no problem. And we have the product and we have the expertise. So it's time for you guys that you are thinking maybe on investing in a nice neighborhood in Central Florida, South Florida, because I know that you do real estate in all the states and actually in another states because we have customers up north, right? And jumbo, I love those loans because they are simple. Usually the borrower is prepared. And it's all about rates, and we have great rates on those programs.
Awesome. Well, ready to put this in the oven?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Be careful here.
Okay, let's put both.
Yep. So you have
There you
3 levels. Nice.
Perfect. Okay.
Boom.
Now it's usually like a 35-minute wait, and then we're ready.
So 35 minutes, nothing else, and
Yeah, they're going to look gold. Remember that the filling was cooked?
Yeah.
So once the dough is cooked and golden,
we are done.
We're good to go.
We are done to start drinking and eating a little bit.
Awesome, let's do it.
Let's do it, chef.
So the 35 minutes have passed by.
Finally.
Now, Miguel, what do we do while time is down?
Look at this beautiful kitchen. Everything is clean, so
Okay, so
we
if
behave.
you are like me, then we have a little bit of OCD. You need to clean your kitchen when we
Please.
are cooking the empanadas, please.
do so. So
Let's
it's
do it.
time.
Let's do it.
Let's see how this beauty is coming together, Maria.
Golden, golden, the way I like it.
Oh my goodness.
So let me show you the little secret about the paper.
Uh-huh.
So you can pull them so easily.
Okay.
Otherwise they can break. And a lot of people is going to tell you to rest them before you pull them because they're so hot they can stick to the pan. But in this case, because we have the little paper, all of them are ready to go. Do not eat them right away or you're going
Because
to
you're gonna
burn
get
your tongue.
burned.
And some people cut them in half to get them a little bit cool off if they're really in a rush and they want to eat it.
Yep.
So that's another little secret, but they're beautiful. They're ready to go. Are you going to try one?
Man, I want to try
Okay,
them.
let's try them.
Okay, my goodness.
Let's do it. Let's do it. They're good.
You are a master chef. Oh my gosh.
So there's the filling. You did it all. There's no more excuses. Now you know how to make them. You know all the tricks.
You can die. Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully, we gave you a little trick making empanadas if you already knew how to make them. If not, you could give it a try.
Empanadas on real estate. I love it.
There you go.
My
Now
goodness.
we know more about lending and banking
Oh my
and mortgages than ever before. So thank you so much, Miguel, for being part of this.
See you in the next one. Take
Let's do
care.
it.